Are you looking to prepare for the DP-900 exam but feeling unsure of where to begin? Don't worry, we have got you covered. In this video, we will walk you through everything you need to know. How to book your exam, the essential do's and don'ts, and the important rules to follow so you're fully prepared. And hey, if you want a deeper dive, we have got something special for you. We are hosting a free Azure Data Live Masterclass where we will provide a detailed insight on DP-900 exam preparation to help you ace it. And just like Yash, Aparna, Sagar and many others, you could pass the exam and land your dream job. So don't miss this opportunity. Register through the link given in the description below. So let's get started.
Now, how about booking for the exam? You need to just go to the Learn platform, and you can see here is a Learn platform. You must have a Learn profile, and then you also need to have the certification profile. You need to have two different profiles. One is the learning profile and another one is the certification profile. You need to have two different profiles. So how do you create the Learn profile? Creating the Learn profile is pretty straightforward. You go to learn.microsoft.com and there is an option to sign in. So when you say sign in, it will ask you to have an account. Now, if you do not have an account, you can create a new one. You can say, I want to create a new account. Create one. I want to create a new account. Okay. I want to create a new account. So if you want to create a new account, just opt for a account email address. For example, let us say use some name. Let's say Cristiano_Ronaldo at hotmail.com. For example, okay. Let's see, someone is already using it, obviously. Some random numbers. Next, available. Okay. Create your password. So here you see, I just create my password. So I'm just creating a brand new account. Okay. So I will create that. You can give your country, you can give your date of birth, whatever the date of birth is. You can say next. You can give your first name, Chris, Ronald, okay, and say next. Prove that you are a human being, right? Press and hold. You are a human being. So this is the Turing test, which we have just passed. Turing test cleared. Here is your Learn profile. Do not forget to note down its username and its password, because we receive emails that I have forgotten my Learn profile. There is no one in the world except you who knows that. What's your Learn profile? And obviously also record the password of it, whatever you have set, so that you do not forget. So you see here, we are now here in the Learn profile. Oh. So Learn profile. Next, Chris Ronald, India. Next. That's it. View the profile. So here we are, Cristiano Ronaldo 476 at hotmail.com. We just created we're talking about DP-900, not PL300, DP-900. So now you see that we just created our Learn profile. Now, once you have created your Learn profile, you can now book the exam DP-900. Discover the credentials, browse the credentials, search for DP-900. Okay. Okay. Azure Data Fundamentals. And now you can book this exam. Schedule using Pearson VUE. First, you should select the country of your origin, because your payment would be in that currency. Okay. So you can select wherever you have your region. Let me opt for Indian region. And I'm going to say schedule the exam through Pearson VUE. Now they would ask me to create something called as a certification profile. So in the certification profile, you need to now give your legal name as per a government issued identifier, which must have your photo You cannot give the name here as per a government ID which does not have a photo. Now, the best ID that I feel is the passport. If you hold a passport, that is the best ID. I have always used the passport in all the Microsoft exams, and they never ask any other ID. So give your legal name as per your government issued passport. It should exactly match that. If it does not match, they will not allow you to give you the exam. Even if your face is matching, no. So whatever is your government issued ID and whatever is the name in that, you have to acknowledge that you gave the name exactly matching the government issued ID, like a passport or a driving license or any other government issued ID with a photo of yours. Best ID, which no one would dispute, it's an international ID, which is the passport. Give it as per the passport. Present the passport at the time of giving the exam. Best option. Okay. So you can say save. That's it. This creates the certification profile. So you now tell them your address. Where do you live? Park ABC, or let's say Park Keynes in the city of Jaipur, which is one of the city here in India. Country of India, state of Rajasthan, postal code 302001, country of origin India, phone number, some phone number. Okay, you can give randomly. Okay, like this, and a contact email. These have to be real. Okay, you have to give real values here. I will use the same thing. Submit. That will now take you to the Pearson VUE, because your certification profile is done, and now you get an MSID, certification ID. And now you can give the exam. If you are Chris Ronald, give the exam. Present your passport at the time of giving the exam. Okay. So now where do you want to take the exam? At your home, online, or do you want to visit a test center? Let's put all the debates to rest. I would request you to visit a test center to give the exam. The reason is you can avoid a lot of problems by doing it. If you give it at online, you need to have a high bandwidth internet. You must have a space that is examination center like, which means clean, with a table and a desk, your laptop and a charger, and the mouse without the mouse pad. They will not allow you the mouse pad. Okay. The proctor will see you. You must be always looking into the screen. If you look anywhere else, the proctor will send you a message on the screen. You are looking right and left. Looks like the screen is small. You can zoom, right? It happens to me every time, right? So sometimes I go towards the screen, sometimes I go away from the screen to look something, right? Sometimes I'm thinking something, right? And my face is slightly upwards. Immediately the proctor will give you the message. What are you doing? Right? So he will say, you can zoom in, zoom out using the mouse, but don't move your head. I just need to see your head. Now, a better approach than that is you go to a test center. The city in which I live, I don't have a test center, right? In your city, you would have a test center. So I'm requesting you to go to a test center. Don't go this online way, because this is a lot of issues are involved in this. Okay, a lot of checks and balances are there. You can go to in person at a test center. The language supported for this exam, let's say English, is what I want to give. I want the proctor to also speak English with me only. You can select any supported language, by the way. They will take your digital photograph and the digital signature, compare it with your government ID. And now you can say, where do you want to give it in Jaipur? This is one of the city. Okay. So here are the test centers where Microsoft says you can go to any of these test centers and give the exam at that test center. I gave the exam, if I remember, at something called as RAT, Road Hat Technologies. Is it appearing over here in the list, RAT? It would be somewhere in the list. Okay, these are all allowing us to do the exam. Microsoft says you go to any of these and you can give the exam. Okay, you can give the exam. If you just change it to New York, okay, New York City, okay, you change it to New York City. USA, you will get that. Where you can go to give the exam. In the New York City, USA, you can go here. Abner Learning Center, NYC, 139 Fulton Street, Unit 605. ACE Institute of Technology, Alliance Computing Solutions, Abner Learning Center, Microsoft Event Test Center at Times Square. Amazing. Can you see that? Schindler's Academy. You want to give it in, let's say, Lisbon, Portugal. It will appear where you can give it. NBCC, Actual Training, Ignite People by Claranet, Rumos. Wherever you wish to give, you can give the exam. A lot of test centers would appear. Okay. A lot of test centers would appear. Road Ahead. This is where I gave. I think, let's see if it appears. I went to this test center, Road Ahead Technologies, Jaipur, India. I gave my exam here. Should appear in the list, hopefully. Oh. See, I am searching again and again, right? No worries. You select your test center. Okay, it's back. Okay, let's select a test center in Lisboa, Portugal. Next. Select the dates. Oh, looks like this test center is not working. Okay. Find another test center. Let's use Actual Training. Actual Training. None of them. I think these are not operating. These test centers are not operating. Different test center, different month. Find another test center. Let's use something in New York. Okay. New York City. I would say I want to go here to give my exam. And here are the dates. Pick the date. Saturday. 12-hour, 24-hour format. Let's say 24-hour format. What are the times available on the 2nd of August, Saturday? The other times that are available, let's say you pick the time, evening, 6:15. Book this appointment. Confirm your appointment, and your total charges are USD 99. If you have a voucher, something called as a voucher, this will be given to you by your employer. If you have the voucher, you punch it, it will become free, 100% discount. This will not be given by us. This will be given by the employers. They provide the vouchers. They fund your exam. If that's not the case, you would have to pay for it one time using JCB, American Express, Discover, Union Pay, MasterCard, Visa, whatever you want to use. Fill in the things, pay that. Once you do that, the exam would appear to you in the list of your exams, right? It will appear in the Pearson VUE home over here. You can check your score history, your exam history, everything from here. You can return back to the Microsoft portal once you are done. So I just demonstrated to you how to create a brand new Learn profile. No, address is not required to match with passport address, only your name and your face. A government issued ID with name and the face. They should match. If they match, you're allowed to sit for the exam. If not, they will not allow you. And you just need one ID. You just need a single ID. You do not need more than one ID. They will not ask you, show us your driving license, then show us this. And they are just happy to see one valid ID. And if you want to avoid any confusion, if you want to avoid any second question from their side, show them the passport. That's it. Okay. I just showed you how do we create the Learn profile and how do we create the certification profile, legal name with phone number, email, and all of that, and then book the exam. Better to go and sit for the exam rather than giving it at the home. 45 to 60 questions and 50 minutes to give the exam. And no negative marking is there. 700 out of 1000 to clear the exam. This will be a type of an exam where you know the answer, you would mark it immediately. If you don't know the answer, you will not be able to mark it, which means you have to just do a random guess and move ahead. It will be a simple question. If you want to know the kinds of questions that will come in the exam, I would request you to quickly check the exam sandbox. So if you observe, the exam sandbox is here. You can launch the exam sandbox and look at the types of questions. Swapnil is asking types of questions, multi-choice questions, that question, types of questions. I would request you to go through the sandbox on your own, because that's good for you, right? You'll see the sandbox. Okay. Don't use Chat GPT in any way in the exam. So you can do this part, right? I would leave it to you. You can check the sandbox. You can look at the sandbox. Okay. That will show you the kinds of questions, the types of questions that you'll see in the exam. And when you will look at the K21 practice bank, you will yourself come to see the kinds of questions that will come in the exam. That's it, right? And please book your exam to validate your knowledge. Don't go to the exam without looking at the practice question bank. Once you have seen the practice question bank, you have understood the questions, you understand the reasons of the answers, you go to the exam and you'll be able to very easily clear the exam. 700 out of 1000, 45 to 60 questions. And typically you will get 50 minutes to an hour to answer them. Questions will be so simple. If you know the answer, you will mark it. If you don't know the answer, you can randomly mark it and move ahead. That's it. It's not a tricky exam. It's just a straightforward exam. They will ask you straightforward questions. Okay. No negative marking is there. No case study is there. Absolutely. You can review your questions. You can review your answers. You mark your answer. You can come back after 10 minutes and change your response. You can review. Absolutely. You can take a break in between the exam. But once you take a break, all questions that you have seen, they will be submitted. Whether you have answered them or not does not matter. You have seen the question, they all will be submitted. And when you take a break in between, your exam timer does not stop. Your exam timer continues. You are taking your break from your exam timer. So the exam timer will keep on running. You can go and you can take the break, right? And you should give the response in the initial attempt, except if you are cross-checking the answer from some documentation. But this is not an open book exam. DP-900 is not open book. You will not be allowed to look at the documentation of Microsoft to answer this exam. This is not an open book exam. This is closed book. You have to answer from your memory. You have to answer from your understanding. You are not allowed to cross-check your responses from documentation. Typically, if you have free time towards the end, you should cross-check which means if you have a doubt in some question, you can cross-check its answer from the documentation.
Thanks for watching. Following these steps and tips will set you on the right path to success. And don't forget, if you want more personalized help, join our free live Azure Data Masterclass. The link's given in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe so you won't miss our future content. Good luck with your exam and we'll see you in the next video.